Hey guys, it's Talon. I'm back with another video. Today, I'll be doing the evolution of the Clone Trooper, the LEGO Clone Trooper. Now, this guy, let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different variants of this guy. This is both Phase 1 and Phase 2, so that's why I wanted to put them all in one video, because doing a separate video for Phase 1 and Phase 2, they'd just be too short. So yeah, let's get started with the first Clone Trooper, which has the visor holes. It's interesting because I did the Stormtrooper video just seconds ago, and the Stormtroopers never had the visor holes, which is very interesting in my opinion, that the Clone Troopers do and the Stormtroopers don't. So, I mean, I don't really know what LEGO was thinking there. I mean, it might not have made sense to do it for the Stormtroopers. But yeah, I mean, I actually think this guy looks pretty good. He's got an interesting helmet because it's got like this chin part here. And yeah, this torso was reused for the first iteration of the Phase 2 Clone Trooper. And he also comes with the standard weird, kind of like older blaster. And yeah, that's the standard Phase 1 clone. So let's move on to the next one. For the next clone that is up, this is the Clone Wars Clone Trooper, to say the full name. This guy first came out in 2008, and which is kind of interesting because of like Revenge of the Sith and having Phase 2 clones. The Phase 1 Clone Trooper hadn't come out for 5 years. The last time it came out was in 2003, and then it came out in 2008. So we had a whole 5-year gap between the Phase 1 clones. So we didn't get one until the Clone Wars TV show came out. So yeah, that's this guy. This guy is a pretty nostalgic figure for a lot of people. For me, I never had this guy as a kid, so it kind of sucked. I was a kid in that era where my parents could have bought me a set with this guy in it, but just never got it. I had the Plo Koon Starfighter and the Imperial V-Wing as my little kid Star Wars fighters. But yeah, this guy's pretty standard, no leg printing. The Clone Wars torso here and the Clone Wars helmet. He's got the old Clone Wars face. Some people don't really like this, but I don't really have a problem with it. And yeah, this guy, he's actually quite expensive for a regular Phase 1 Clone Trooper. He costs about $8 on Bricklink if you're buying from the US at cheapest. So this guy has gone up in value. He was in a battle pack, and he was in a lot of sets. So he's a figure that a lot of people want, and I see why, because having like a whole army of these guys looks pretty cool. So let's move on to the next clone, which comes with some pretty crazy upgrades. So the next clone in this video is the Phase 1 clone that came out in 2013. This guy comes with tons of changes. It's the same helmet mold as the 2008 Clone Wars clone, but this guy, he's got like a more realistic look. The other one was like a cartoon look. This one's an Episode 2 look. We haven't gotten any like newer, I guess like 2014 and on, Phase 1 Clone Wars clones. All the clones that have come out are Phase 1 realistic from the movies, so we don't know what LEGO would do for like another animated style of Clone Wars clone, but they are coming out with the 501st Battle Pack and also the Ahsoka Trooper, so those are the new animated Phase 2 clones. So now we have 2 of those, but only one animated Phase 1, and this guy, I love this guy. This guy I would have to say is my favorite, because this guy, I don't know, he was probably the first clone that I ever got, 2013, from the clone, not clone, the droid, that tank. The tank that was never even in Episode 2. Let me find the OG real quick. There he is. This guy's my original. I changed the legs on him because they were super, super loose. Like, even look at his face. Yeah, these guys come with the angry clone face. I think this might have been the first year of the angry clone face. But yeah, this is my original guy. He's got like really loose arms, really loose hands. The legs, I said I replaced, so they're tight. The helmet comes off very easy to just wiggle this thing off. I'm barely even touching it and it's moving a lot. So yeah, this guy's been in the dryer multiple times. So this guy, I loved this guy. He's my nostalgic clone. The Clone Wars clone, this guy, he's a nostalgic clone for most people, but this guy is a nostalgic clone for me because he's my first clone. And yeah, I just love this guy. This guy's perfect. He in my opinion cannot be changed to make him any better. I don't think. Maybe one thing would be leg printing, which that is on the next figure, but the only thing I would say is not seeing the neck of the clone trooper, so it'd be cool to kind of like have that neck printing. I mean, or like a dual mold, but that'd be really hard for Lego to do, and I get why they would not do that, but this guy, in my opinion, is perfect, so let's move on to the next clone. Now, this clone is basically the same as the last one, but this guy is updated in 2018 to have leg printing, so the only new thing about him is leg printing. It's got all the same stuff, same helmet mold, same print everywhere else in the clone face. These legs were first used in 2014, I think, on the clone trooper from the Clone Turbo Tank Microfighter. So these legs were not new at this time, but they were new to this clone trooper. This guy did not have them before. So that guy's pretty quick because he's basically the same as the last guy, but just with leg printing. So we'll move on to the first Phase 2 clone trooper. Now here we are with the original Phase 2 clone trooper from 2005. This guy has the helmet, the eye holes, so there's a black head underneath. And this guy kind of has that like mustache mouth print that the older Stormtrooper had. He's got the exact same torso as the original Phase 1 clone, so we'll just put these two next to each other real quick. Turn him around and turn him around. So yeah, exact same torso printing. The legs are blank. So yeah, I mean, this guy was pretty cool. I'm sure to people when he came out. I was born in the year that he came out, so I obviously did not have this guy, but the next clone is close to the same, but let's go check him out. And the next one is an updated clone, which I think first came out in 2007. This one has a better mouth printing, and he has better, I don't know what these are, these tube things here on the bottom of the helmet. It's kind of the same, it is the exact same helmet mold, same torso print and all that, so the only change thing is the mouthpiece and those like bottom tube things. So the next clone, the next like regular Phase 2 clone, we would wish there would be an animated Phase 2 clone, which that would have been really nice. I mean, basically you could just take, if only you could erase the 501st markings and put it on this torso with leg printing without this blue, that would make an animated Phase 2 clone, but that did not happen. Unfortunately, it did not happen to get that clone. I mean, I'm sure everybody wished that we would have gotten a plain Phase 2 animated clone trooper from the Clone Wars, but we did not, so let's move on to the final clone trooper. Now, last but not least is the realistic Revenge of the Sith 2014 Clone Turbo Tank, Clone Turbo Tank Microfighter Phase 2 Clone Trooper. Now, this guy's got the realistic look to him. He's He's got the leg printing. I think that's the first time that leg printing was used on a clone trooper. And he has the same helmet mold as like this 501st clone. He's got the angry clone head. And yeah, this guy will still be, after the summer wave, the final iteration of the plain Phase 2 clone trooper, because LEGO has not made in a set a plain Phase 2 animated clone trooper for these new sets that are going to be coming out in summer of 2020. But this guy, phenomenal. This guy is perfect as well. I would say they don't, like on a realistic scale, if they're doing like a Revenge of the Sith clone trooper or like some realistic clone trooper, they do not have the changes this helmet print. This helmet print is perfect in my opinion. So I mean, this clone trooper I have no gripes with. I think this guy's perfect. So that's gonna finish off this video now. That was a total of 7 clones. So that was a lot of clones we got through there, but that is the evolution of the LEGO clone trooper from Phase 1 to Phase 2. So hope you guys like this video. Like this video if you like these clones and you like how the evolution has gone through these clones throughout the years. Comment down below which clone is your favorite, and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more awesome content. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in another video.